Awesome, and welcome to everybody. We are just going to spend a couple of minutes waiting for everybody to arrive. Let me just actually exit that full screen so I can have my chat panel on the side. So I can I want this to be a very engaging and back and forward sort of training. So I want to make sure I can see what everyone's typing, what everyone's learning. So if you could see, there's a little chat box. If you could just tell me in that chat box where you're from, and I'll be able to see your name, see where you're from. We can make sure the chat box is working while we wait for the last few people to just jump on in. Awesome. So we got our first people coming in. We got Ayas from Sweden. We have Seema from California. We have Hamza from, I'm not sure where, but you say hello. We have Bob from London. We have Ron from Colorado. Deborah from Cape Cod. Welcome, everybody. Hamza is Orlando. Another Hamza from Canada. So welcome to all the Hamzas. Dewanda from Denver. We got Hitan from the UK. We got Chris J from Hawaii. Naren from Auckland. Hassan from Canada. Andrew from Alberta. Lots of Canadians. So welcome all the Canadians as well. Marouane from France, sorry if I've butchered your name. Kimberly from LA, Jerry from Toronto, another Canadian. Oh, we got so many of these, I gotta go faster. We got Kieran from Canada again, Lindsay from Boston, Eddie from I'm not sure where, but welcome Eddie. We've got Palitha from Vancouver, John from New York, Navid, welcome, welcome, welcome. Deb from Australia, welcome Deb. I'm also currently in Australia. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. And it is where I am 9 a.m. So whatever time, whatever hour of the day it is over there, good afternoon or good evening. We're gonna wait maybe one more minute. So if you could pop into that chat box, I'd like to get a little background information on you. So if you could tell me where you first heard of Amazon or e-commerce, or what first piqued your interest. So I essentially want to know why you are here and how you heard about selling online on e-commerce, especially on Amazon. So if you could pop that in the box, I can help tailor my training to suit you specifically. Welcome, Wendy. Welcome, Peter from Minnesota. Deborah in lockdown in Geelong. Yeah, lockdown. We are still in lockdown in Melbourne. Not for long, hopefully. Anna is trying to sell on Amazon FBA. Peter saw from a Facebook ad. Currently selling on Amazon, but hopefully learning how to build a brand. Idris, well done for already having your first items up on Amazon. Yvonne heard from AMZ Scout or AMZ Scout, depending on where you're from. Dewanda has a family member who has an Amazon store. Russ is looking for another business, and Amazon is a great way to make money. Yes, it definitely is. It is a massive opportunity at the moment. Hello from Pakistan, from Faraz. Learned about e-commerce from countless advertisements on Instagram, Crystal. Yes, there's a lot of ads out there, aren't there? IS is a starter on Amazon FBA. Hassan started working with a leather company in the UK that used to sell on Amazon. Very cool. Just going to try and expand this so I can see more of your questions. Oh, there it is. You want to create a brand and a shop. A Facebook ad for Sandeep, looking for Amazon FBA growth for John. That makes sense. 3 months doing Amazon FBA for Pablo, which is awesome. Well done for getting started. Jennifer started in a handmade category, now expanded to wholesale. That's very cool. Got to know me from AMZ Scouts at Sanam. Awesome. So there's a lot of cool stories here. We are ready to start the presentation. I want you to ask any questions. Deborah's been selling on FBA already, brand registered, and want to stomp out the competition. I love that, Deborah. That's awesome to hear. Taking it to the next level. So I'm just going to pull everything, just make sure I'm all set up here, because we're going to dive into this training together. And I want you to ask any questions. It's going to be a in-depth training because I want to give you as much value as possible. Questions will pop up, and we have people on this chat who are going to answer those for you. They're also going to flag the important questions, and I'm going to answer all those important questions at the end, just so you can leave here feeling more excited is the biggest thing, and feeling more confident about your journey into e-commerce. I want to give you that confidence because that's a thing that a lot of people are missing. They want to start on Amazon FBA, but it's a little overwhelming. There's a lot of things to nail down when you're first getting started. But I'm telling you, as soon as you understand exactly how it works and how it's just a process and how literally hundreds of thousands of people have taken this process before and they've lined the road for us, which we're going to jump into in just a second, you can understand exactly the steps that you do need to take and exactly the mistakes that you need to avoid, because there are beginner mistakes out there that 95% of beginners make, and I made as well. And that's what I'm here to do for you, is cut down the time that it takes for you to actually get up and get started and start making the income that you really want, and also how to avoid those mistakes that are going to set you back months or sometimes even a year or two. So this is me on your screen at the moment. I'm drinking some form of guava juice. This is when I lived in Bali before the lockdown happened. And essentially, I'll get into it in a second, but I've been selling on Amazon for about 4 years now. And I've been in e-commerce a lot longer. So here are some more photos of my trips around the world. I've lived in 8 countries in 8 years since finishing high school. And once again, this was when the world was reopened. Was opened already. I'm already excited for it to reopen. But I'm just trying to, because my camera doesn't want to work on this presentation. Otherwise, I would be looking at you, trying to get you familiar with who I am. Because the biggest question that you probably have, and the biggest question that I know that I need to get across to you is this: why should you trust me? Because there's a lot of people out there, like I heard in the question box at the start, they're selling ads on Amazon FBA. So a lot of people don't even have Amazon FBA stores. I don't even have experience, and they're running these ads. And I'm a guy who 90% of you guys have probably just come across. So I want to give myself a little introduction, and then we're going to get started with the excitement, because I want to make sure that you know that I'm on your team, and I want to make sure that you know exactly who I am so that you can listen to me and be very receptive to this training. So I've done e-commerce for 14 years. I actually started when I was 14. I started with my little brother, and he was 10, and we started an eBay account called High Rollers 24 because it was our names together. And actually at High Rollers 24, I'm sure you could still look it up. We started selling Game Boy games and little memory cards for PS4s. Basically, we've ridden the e-commerce wave ever since then. And I'm now 28. So it's 14 years in e-commerce. We've gone from eBay, where we started, to creating our own store and own website way before Shopify actually hand coded it. Then we've moved back onto eBay. We moved back onto Amazon as we discovered that that's where all the traffic is, and we shouldn't be coding our own websites, which we'll get into for you as well. In that time, I've sold well into the 7 figures online, and especially on Amazon FBA, because that is where the traffic is. And we've now taught thousands of people on how to create a successful online business, which I'm going to introduce you to these people. And we've launched over 20 Amazon FBA products, not all of them successful. I wish I could tell you that I've had 20 successes, but I actually prefer to tell you that a lot of them, not a lot of them, but probably 3 or 4 of these, they didn't go how I expected them to go. But I now know why, what mistakes I've made, and I'm here to pass them on to you so that I can give you the lessons from my best product that I ever launched and the lessons from my worst product that I ever launched. And you can make sure that you're not going to be launching the ones that aren't good for you. Now, we have 54,000 subscribers in this screenshot, but we now have about 59,000 subscribers on YouTube, teaching Amazon FBA in depth and teaching e-commerce in depth and teaching just entrepreneurship in depth as well. The name of our channel is Decoded. And yep, there's the circle on the name and how many subscribers we had. You can pop over to YouTube. You can do it now. You can pull it up on your phone, or you can do it at the end of this presentation if you want to come over and subscribe to get more in-depth training on an ongoing basis, because we love putting out really in-depth videos on what's working for us and what's not. If you come over to Decoded and just hit that subscribe button. Now, these are the people who have actually taken our training. These are the people who were in your exact position before they came across our training. And we have a Facebook group, but we had a Facebook group. We've actually switched to our own website now. And you can see that people are posting their success stories in that Facebook group. So this is Kawhi, and he did $6,235 worth of sales. All the numbers you're going to see here in this presentation are going to be revenue, and you can work on about a 25 to 40% profit margin on all of these numbers. This is Tyler Herder. who in his first 7 days hit $1,500 of sales. This is Bobby McLaughlin, and in his first 30 days, he joined what we call a 10K club. We call it the 10K train, taking the 10K train to 10K town. And he did it, you can see, in his first 30 days. And you actually look at that graph. He did it well before his first 30 days. He absolutely crushed it on Amazon. This is Tyler, who absolutely crushed it. You can see he's got $44,000 worth of product sales after taking our training. You can see here, this is the old school view of the Amazon revenue report, which shows how far we go back here. He did $10,000 in his first 30 days. Joe Cardillo, who became actually a very good friend of mine, sold 400 units of his product that he chose in his first month. He only had 1,200 units and 400 of them disappeared, sold in his first month. John Walburn averaged 32 sales and $400 a day. And you can see that he's just saying, I want to give full update and make people aware this is possible, because a lot of people think that this is something that there's like an inside joke that everyone's talking about, but it's not actually real. And these really make it real. You can see all the engagement down there. People actually are doing this. People who are like you, these are not elite people who have a lot of e-commerce experience, or they're not elite people who come exclusively from retail and are transferring their skills over to the new realm of e-commerce. These are people, everyday people, who are absolutely crushing it on Amazon. This is Deepak. Now, this is my favorite testimonial, because Deepak took my training. He launched his product. You can see he did over $40,000 in 1 month. I don't think that was his first month, but he got to the level where he's doing over $40,000 of revenue, remember, about 30% profit margin, maybe a $13,000 profit a month. He was so excited because he was from India and he was working as a programmer and he didn't like it, and he took our training. And at the end of our training, he was so happy with the results, he actually named his kid Benji after me, which is the highest honor that I could have possibly received. And he's absolutely crushing on Amazon because of our training. Now, this one here is $40,000 worth of product in 2 months. This one here is $72,000 worth of product. This one here was one of my screenshots, $200,000 in just 2 months. Remember, this is revenue. We don't want to try and deceive you here. The profit margin on this one, however, was very high, closer to the 40-45% range. So I hope this helps, because it's now your turn, and I really do need you to trust me to see that these are real life. We've been doing this for 4 years now, and we've had the results. And I know that in this audience right now, there is about 200 of you on. I know the next success stories and the next testimonials are literally listening, don't know what happened to my mouth there, right now. And the difference between if it's going to be you or not is just a choice to take action on what you learn here. It's a sure thing for some people who take the right action, and it's a sure thing that you're not going to get the results if you don't take this action and you don't learn from here. And to convince you a little bit more, if you need it, which I don't think you should, if you do stick with me to the end of this presentation, you get a bonus, a very good bonus. A little hint on what the bonus is. It's basically, if you have a smaller budget, we're going to be able to help you out with the right steps that you need to do, even if you have a really what we call a micro budget. That bonus is for everybody who's on right now, and anyone who's watching the recording and stays all the way to the end of the recording, we'll show you exactly how you can get that. All right, so let's begin, because the first thing we need to do is show you clarity is power. And I want you to get as clear as possible on what's actually happening to the world, especially considering the recent events. This is going to build our why we're doing this, and how we are just silly, just plain silly, if we don't actually take action here. Because I think everybody has to be in real denial if they don't see what's happening with the world. Basically, old school traditional businesses are dying faster than ever. We're calling it the tombstone economy. And in 2018, even when everybody was allowed out to shop, you can see all these massive chains, all these massive chains that's been around for decades are closing down. You can see Kmart closed 64 stores. Best Buy, 257 stores they closed down. Rite Aid closed down 600 stores. Toys R Us closed down, I think everyone knows the story of Toys R Us. They closed down 735 stores. You really have to be silly if you don't see this, because this is just a very small handful. Retail is dying. Tell me in the chat box if any of your friends said, "I'm opening a retail store. I'm going to go buy a little bit of land, or not a land. I'm going to rent a little store just on the sidewalk of a relatively busy street and sell something in there." Well, put in the chat a 1 if you think it's a good idea, or a 2 if you would say, I would probably advise you against that. Just a 1 or a 2. A 2 is you'd be like, you should probably not open a retail store, and a 1 is, yes, you know what, you're going to be very successful, and I'll be copying. So we got Russ, Hamza, Peter, Janice, Oscar, Bob, all 2s. 2s, 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 2s. No way, says Sanam. 2 says Faraz. Maggie says, got it. Yeah, understand it. It's 2 from a Jeremy. It's not what you want to do. In fact, look at this. This is Macy's. Everybody knows Macy's. They were a giant. They were so massive coming up in the 20th century. Everybody was like, they are unstoppable, undefeatable. They were the first store to really put smaller stores inside them and become like a mall inside just a shopping center. They really changed the game, but it's looking like their time is come. You know, the thing that can take them down is something online, something with a lot less overhead, something with a lot more convenience. You know, we're very, very convenient species. We're going to do what's the least resistance. If I break, I'm sitting on a gym ball right now. If I break this gym ball, I'm not going to go down to the store, buy a gym ball, and come back. You know, that takes an hour almost if you consider all the driving and all of that, sitting in the traffic and waiting for the checkout. Or am I going to open my phone, go to Amazon, type in gym ball, push buy now, and it's here tomorrow, or it's here the next day. 2-day shipping at the moment, but Amazon are really looking at introducing 1-day shipping site-wide. I'm going to do the second one. It's just the way things are trending, and this shows you that. I was listening to a really good podcast from Gary Vee. He was interviewing Tobias Lute, and Tobias Lute is a German guy who basically he's one of the co-founders of Shopify. Now, everybody knows Shopify. If you don't, it's a very simple software to allow people to set up stores on the internet at basically the click of a button. No software coding required like I did way back in 2009 when I was setting up my first store. You can just throw your products in there and start selling instantly. Now, if you don't follow Gary Vee, go and follow him as well, because you'll get a lot of value out of him. He's very, very big on the entrepreneur world, especially digital marketing, and he touches on e-commerce. So make sure you do follow him. He'll bring a lot of value to your life and a lot of confidence as well, which, remember, that's what we're trying to instill in you. It's just confidence. And he had a quote which really hit me. He said, "The current pandemic has sped up the inevitable. It has brought 2030 to 2020 because this is the inevitable. You know, Macy's is dying unless they transition and they change. Amazon is absolutely crushing it, and I'll show you that growth in just a second. But in 2030, they were going to be the only player in the game. And you've seen what's happened. If you haven't, I'm about to show you. During the latest pandemic, Amazon has absolutely skyrocketed. Shopify has skyrocketed. Facebook has skyrocketed. All the tech stocks, all the ones that are the future, are absolutely crushing it because a decade is almost passed in a year now, thanks to the pandemic, because people have been stuck at home and people have been using these more than ever. They've been adopting them into their life, and this is now the future. This is now 2030. So, meanwhile, just to refresh you, because I went off track a little bit, this is happening. You know, all these stores are dying, businesses are going under, retail, everyone put the 2222 in the box. But have a look at Amazon. This is Amazon's stock. This is Amazon's value. You can see they're on an absolute rocket ship. Jeff Bezos is now the richest man in the world with a net worth of over $200 billion. It's absolutely unheard of. And it's all because they have the right business model. And in fact, you guys know the recessions. So what years are the recent recessions? 2008 was the first. And now 2020, we had a massive stock market decline. Now, I'd love for you, before I change the slide, just to have a look at the recession of 2008 and have a look at the recession of 2020. You point out on the graph where the big dip was. because there isn't one. They're literally recession proof so far. 2001 as well. You can see there's a tech bubble in 2001 and Amazon was a tech company. You can see there's a very minor adjustment there that bounced back in 2003. This is the future. This is absolutely massive, and every year Amazon is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. They become the world's second trillion-dollar company behind Apple, of which Apple is absolutely crushing it as well. However, you can't sell in the Apple Store. If you could, I would also advise you to do that. But you can sell on the Amazon store. You can literally go to Amazon where hundreds of millions of shoppers are shopping every single day, hundreds of millions of shoppers, and sell your product. Amazon announces record-breaking holiday shopping weekend. Now, I think this was still in 2018, but in 2018, so you can imagine the numbers that they're doing now, they sold 180 million items in one weekend. 180 million is bigger than the population of 223 countries. Ron says yes to the moon, absolutely to the moon. It is an absolute rocket ship, of which is still in its early days. You're lucky to be on this training now because it's still in its early days. Amazon is going to be around a while unless something catastrophic absolutely happens, which, something catastrophic did happen this year and it only strengthened Amazon. So, I've clicked off. Here we go. This is not late night infomercial theory. It's literally things that are happening around you right now. This is happening in real life. We're dealing with businesses that are working today, businesses that are getting started today. Literally, this is, a lot of people think this is a theory, but if you imagine there are people out there from the comfort of their home starting an Amazon brand right now, and they're going to be making more money than they do in their 9 to 5 because of it. That's happening today. It happened yesterday. It happened the day before. It's thousands of people every single day. We've reiterated the system hundreds of times because we've seen all these people go through it. We've seen the success stories, the failures. We've had our own experience, and we've fine-tuned this for you. We have hundreds of people backing this up with their results, and we're building a real business. It's a real thing. It's tangible. A lot of the time people don't think this is tangible because Amazon's so incredible that you barely even see your own stock. If you open that retail store that everyone advised their friend against, you would see it as more real, but this is also real. It's just stocked in Amazon's warehouse, which we'll get into the details with in just a second. And the biggest thing is you don't need $20,000 to start. Yes, $20,000 would be very helpful. And if you have it, you're probably going to do very, very well if you follow the right steps. But I personally got started with $500. If you have $500, you can get started too. Once again, it is a much slower process. It's going to take you an extra couple of years just to catch up, but that's okay. If that's the point you're at, I mean, where else are we going to invest that $500 to get such a good return? There really isn't one. Maybe Amazon stock. So, in a nutshell, I hope I've got you intrigued and excited and motivated because we do need to find that big enough why. So, if you could pop into that question box once again, one, if you are motivated and excited to learn now exactly how to do it. If not, I have one more thing for you. So we got a 1 from Bernard, a 1 from Brent, a 1 from Hamza. We got Dewanda, we got a 1. Movin. Lindsay says always motivated. That's good to hear, Lindsay. Janice, Hassan, Sanam, Bill, Russ, Ron, Tala, all these people are really motivated. So that's really exciting. 1 + 1 + 1 says Jeremy. Let's do this. This is for us. Awesome. Gokhan says Gokhan. So very good. This is Amazon FBA in a nutshell. So the question now that we're motivated and excited is, how do we do this? And you can see you go out and you find a product. This product in this example is a fishing pole. Now there's a specific place called Alibaba, but we'll get into that in just a second where we do this. We go and we buy this wholesale for about $12. Amazon, that's what FBA stands for. And Amazon sells it for $70. And we split the profit with Amazon. Now, this is the nutshell, very simple version of it. But I want you to have a look at this. Oh, I've clicked off back to the question box. It makes that noise for me when I don't click on the slide. 300,000 Amazon sellers currently make $100,000 plus a year selling products on Amazon FBA. Now remember, $100,000 a year is revenue. You can take about a 25 to 40% of that. It's $100,000 plus. And I've got this photo of Paris with the Arc de Triomphe, and this is just a parade. Now, I don't actually know how many people are here, but I'm trying to get you to visualize 300,000 people. If you think of one of the biggest football stadiums in your country, it's probably about 60 to 80,000 people capacity. It's 5 or 6 of those football stadiums full of people. They're all making 6 figures plus, some of them 7 figures, on Amazon FBA, and they can do it in conjunction with another business. This doesn't take away from your day job. If you don't want to leave your day job, you can do it on the side. But it's an absolutely astounding stat and just shows you like a peek behind the curtains of how many people are actually successful and getting wealthy doing this. It's the biggest opportunity right now because Amazon sells $500 billion a day, and it's only getting bigger. I myself have to check that that's not 500 million, and it's in fact $500 billion every single day. Now, the biggest opportunity right now is Amazon, and this Amazon, I want you to imagine, is a massive pie. And this is you can see it at about 2 o'clock. There's a little crumb, a little square crumb that I've made for you there. And the crumb is how much you want. So I am actually mistaken. My numbers are a little bit off. This is $500 million a day. So Amazon sell $500 million a day, and it's only getting bigger. So this pie right here is a $500 million a day pie. So every day, $500 million comes through Amazon's accounts, and they split it with their sellers wherever they deserve. And every single day there's a new pie. And every single day, all we want to do is have a tiny little crumb of that pie. You can see, imagine if you were in Paris and you just joined this crowd. Do you think anyone would really notice? Do you think anyone would really notice if you took a tiny little 0.0001% piece of that $500 million a day pie? They wouldn't. And it's actually quite easy to do if you follow the right steps. So let's get into the training. Let's get into the how. Let's take that leap, jump off like this guy's doing very elegantly, and get the simple process that's going to allow you to join that 300,000 plus and growing people. So what is the simple process? This is where you may need to take out a pen and paper. This is when you may need to take some notes on this, because I will be going pretty quickly because I have a lot to cover and I want to give you as much value as possible. So if you have a pen and paper, you have a little notepad, or if you are in the digital age, you have a little notes on your computer, pull that out now, because it's going to be a step-by-step. I've numbered them for you, so keep them numbers in your notes and it'll make the most sense. So how do you find hidden Amazon FBA product ideas? So you're like, Benji, this looks great. It looks like a massive opportunity, but how do I find the right product? The biggest question you have right now. And if you get the wrong product, it's going to be a lot harder to get to where you want to go, whether that be 10,000 a month, 50,000 a month, or beyond. You need the right product to get there. So working out the sales and demand for any given product and niche by hand, it takes forever and it's super tedious. It's like doing a bunch of complex math on a chalkboard. You literally have to go to Amazon and you have to guess how many sales it makes a day. You have to look at its ranking and try and work that out with a calculator. That is why we're partnered with ANZ Scout, because there's software such as ANZ Scout who literally are a godsend in this. They're going to allow you to calculate what's already doing well. Note this in your notebook. ANZ Scout allow you to calculate what is already in demand and selling well, so that we can replicate their success for ourselves. Without a software like this, it's going to be very, very, very tedious and difficult to do, and you're just not going to make the right decision. So ANZ Scout's web app allows us to filter all the products at Amazon to help us locate the most profitable areas to infiltrate. The best metaphor for this is this guy here, standing on a rock with a fishing rod, trying to catch fish. And he's probably going to catch a couple. They may not be good fish. He has to analyze them as they come in one by one. AMZ Scout or AMZ Scout, wherever you're from, allows us to pull in hundreds, but literally millions of fish at once, analyze them all with our net, and figure out which one looks the best, which one looks the yummiest, the biggest, and the most nutritious fish, and we can throw all the others back. So how do we do this? How do we use this net for ourselves? We have to know what a good fish is and what a bad fish is. Otherwise, we're just looking through the fish, not knowing what actually the best one is for us. So this is where the profitable product matrix comes in. So you're probably going to write this down. Every time I do this presentation, I have to go back to this slide. So we're going to go through together, but write this down so that as we go through this PowerPoint, and I mentioned this profitable product matrix, you can have it on hand in front of you so I don't have to keep going back here. So this is the key right here. You want a $15 plus sales price. You want no heavier than 2 pounds. We'll be going through this together, don't worry. You want less than 500 reviews, less than a 4.2 rating, very important one right there. We'll be going through that together. And then greater than $10,000 per month, it's not written here, but per month, write that down, in revenue. This is the profitable product matrix. If we can apply this filter, if we can make this into our net and then throw this, and the net only pulls back fish that are in this category, to translate that to the fishing metaphor, where like we only want fish that are 3 kilos, extra nutritious, very healthy, fully grown. Throw that net in and it's going to pull us back thousands of those fish. That's what we're doing here. We're doing this on Amazon to get the most profitable products very, very simply, once again, without having to manually do it. Okay, so once you've got that down, we're jumping into AMZ Scout's software right here. So you can see that this is their product database. Their product database just pulls Amazon's information, the products on all the millions, tens of millions of Amazon products that are selling, and it pulls it into something that's sortable for you. This is how you will see its interface. You'll be able to filter using these little buttons and inputs here. So we're going to do it together. You log into AMZ Scout, you put in $15 plus sales price, because remember, that's our first criteria. We only want things that are selling for more than $15. Now, I will mention here, without getting too distracted, these are a guide. None of these are make or break, and we'll get into more detail and more specific. If it was a make or break, it would be, most people are looking for this stuff. So we want to make sure that we're not just going with the crowd. So none of these criteria, except for one of them, which we'll point out, is a make or break, but these are a guide of where to start. So we want a $15 plus sales price. We want it, so we pop that in the $15 price box. We want it no heavier than 2 pounds. This is because shipping, we're going to be sourcing mainly from China. If you're not, you can have heavier than 2 pounds if you're locally sourcing. But if you're shipping from overseas, you don't want to get eaten by hundreds and thousands of dollars of bills of shipping costs. So less than 2 pounds will limit how much it costs to ship. So we pop that in the weight box there, less than 2 pounds. We want less than 500 reviews, and we want less than a 4.2 rating. So that is number of reviews, we want less than 500, and then we want less than 4.2 average rating from the customers who have bought the product and rated it. Now, also on the left-hand side, so we'll pop that in the box. On the left-hand side, we want a estimated sales of $10,000 or more. Sorry about that rat rating thing. Rat rating, just a 4.2 rating, and that goes below. So you can see right down here, 4.2 rating. And we want the 10,000. So these slides are a little bit odd, but you can see on this one, all the criteria from the perfect product matrix has been input into this database, and we click on that find products button, and that fishing net pulls back every single product that it can find on Amazon that fit our perfect product matrix. You can see, you can look, I don't know if it's too small or a little bit too blurry, But you can see the photos going down the side. It pulls back a whole range of products. You can search specific categories. You could take out keywords that you don't want to sell in. But this allows the millions of Amazon products to be sorted into ones that are going to be the most profitable for you. And then you can start to pick and choose, where's my passion? Would I like to sell a candle, or would I like to sell a straw? Would I like to sell a desk, or would I like to sell linen? And you can start manually picking this out, because that is the sixth criteria, which I strongly advise you to go for. Go for something that you're proud of. Go for something that you're actually passionate about and you actually really enjoy. That is going to be able to sustain you and make you put your heart and soul and real effort into your product, because you're like, this is really, really fun and this is really good. So the net has brought us back all these products, and we need to choose one to try and see if it's right. So this is basically when you brainstorm and you write up a draft list of things that make the cut. This is our draft list, and then we need to go through and we need to validate the individual products. So step 2 is to validate the individual products. I've looked at this tumbler. So you can see it's in home and kitchen. It's got some stats here, which we'll be going through together. But it just, it's an interesting little thing. It's a little cup. You can see it comes with some accessories we'll be going through together. But I wanted to go to Amazon and I want to be like, is this a good product for me to sell? Now, how do I know if it's a good product for me to sell? We need to run it through the perfect product matrix manually now. So we've done it automatically. We now need to do it manually. So we need to go onto Amazon, and you can see on the surface, if you go to Amazon right now, you'll also see this. So it's not any X-ray vision, which you're about to get. But you can see there's a $19.80 price point. There's 55 ratings. So if we pop back to our matrix, you can start to see there's less than 500 reviews. It's a $15 plus sales point. Is it heavier than £2? No, it's not. Its revenue is the hardest one to actually get, and that's why we're using ANZ Scout here, because they're helping us know exactly how profitable this is. And you can see that it's very, very profitable because it's made $10,000 a month. So we're going to jump over here, and we can see that it fits the $15 sales price. It's heavier than it's not heavier than £2. It's less than 500 reviews. It's less than a 4.2 rating. There's an asterisk here because I'm going to jump into that in just a second. And it's greater than $10,000 a month. So we have our evil little hands here with a little evil grin, because this right here, if you take one thing away from this training, this is what you need to take away, apart from the passion. Do the passion. Do something you're passionate about is the first thing. If you're allowed to take two things away from the training, this is it right here. A less than a 4.2 rating. Why do we want that? You can see if we go into this, you can see people are rating this actually quite low. They're saying don't buy. The rubber lining on the lid comes off easily. You can see it says has flaws. Dan L says this tumbler has flaws. Hole cover for the lid when opens does not go all the way back, and if you're not using a straw, it hits your nose when drinking. The lid does not have a tight fit, and there's a gap between the lid and the cup. On the plus side, the color is beautiful. 1-star review on the 17th of June 2020, so very recently. You can see all these reviews are actually quite recently. Tanya says the wrong color, which is probably just a stock mix-up. But the other two, you can see there are problems with this. And this is very key, because there's so many people flocking to Amazon. There's so many people flocking to start selling online that you can't be another generic product. We need to make sure that you're stepping above the competition. And as soon as you do this, as soon as you take one tiny little step above and put a little effort into making your product better than everybody else's, this game becomes so easy for you. So because this has a less than 4.2 rating and people who are not satisfied, we're going to work together to see how we can use their own reviews against them. So if we're going to jump in and sell this tumbler together, how can we make sure that we don't have the same poor reviews and instead get better and better and better reviews, and therefore outrank them in the search results and steal their sales? That's to come. So we found our product. We now need to validate the overall niche. So our product we've sourced with our net using ANZ Scout software, their product database software. We now need to validate, however, is the niche growing or dying? Because, for example, if this was a CD player and a CD player was doing really well, but we got into selling CD players, we only have a very little time left before no one ever is buying a CD player again. So we now need to zoom out from our product and to make sure that it's not the only product in its niche that is doing well. And to do this, we use the second part of ANZ Scout software, this little button down in the bottom left. Now, before we do, I'm just going to get a quick drink. I advise you to do the same. Stay hydrated out here so we can apply all of our brain power. Okay, awesome. I hope you did take a drink, preferably of water or coffee of some substance. You can see I'm over on Amazon and I've typed in what could be our keywords. Tumbler, stainless steel travel mug, because this is the niche we are exploring together. What comes up, you can see, is a little bit intimidating already. You can see the reviews. The first one, 11,000 reviews. The second one, 48,000 reviews. The third one, 12,000 reviews. And the fourth one, 4,000 reviews. How do we possibly compete with this? What we need to do is we need to inspect it further, because it could actually be something that's good for us. So we click on the Amazon Scout button on the bottom left, which is the software that they are using, and we pull up their second tool. Once again, I've clicked on the comments. Let me just jump back into my presentation. Here we go. So this is the second tool. This is the X-ray vision that we actually now get to use. This is what everybody else sees who don't have ANZ Scout. This is what people with ANZ Scout see. You can see on the left the little photos. It's the same as from the actual list results, the listing results. And you can see what they've also pulled, however, is a lot of extra sneaky data that we can use to validate this niche. Now, remember, most of these niches that we're going to validate are actually not quite right. And if you have a look at what we use to validate this, the reviews are a big one. You can see the numbers of reviews. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th column from the right, hashtag of reviews. You can see 40,000 reviews, 48,000 reviews, 48,000 reviews, 2,400 reviews, 3,900 reviews, 12,000, 11,000 going down. All these are really, really big sharks of sellers. You know, they're out there and they're absolutely crushing it. You can see their estimated revenue, which is one of the big benefits of this tool. The Yeti Rambler, the top one, has a $3 million revenue a month. This is not a year, guys. This is a month. 400,000 a month, 300,000 a month, 300,000 a month, 200, 194, 110, 102. All of these things are doing over $40,000 every single month, which, if you have a big budget, this is perfect for you. But most of us don't. I know I definitely didn't when I started. So this niche is not quite right. We have to make a small adjustment, and this is big. So make sure you're paying attention here. Make sure you're sitting up in your chair and you are still well hydrated at this point, because this is the big adjustment that most people miss. You want to, instead of going for this, the tumbler stainless steel travel mug, we say, no, thank you. That's not right for our budget. We go for this. Can you see the difference on the page? It's essentially the same product, but there's one slight tweak. And this tweak is going to change the way that you operate on Amazon and make success so much easier. This is the one we go for. This is the yes. But if you haven't spotted, actually pop it in the on the chat. I want to see if someone can spot it. What is the difference between this set of results and the other one? If you could pop that in the chat now before I point it up. Yes, good. Well done, everybody. John with straw. Faraz with straw. Straw. Someone says packaging. Someone says ads, which they're right. The big focus, however, here is if you have a look in the search box, it says with straw. We are focusing in on a sub niche within a niche. And if you see, if we do the same thing that we did the first time and click on that ANZ Scout Pro button, you can pull up the results for the sub niche. Now, I think I saw Kawhi says it's making him sleepy. So Kawhi, if this doesn't excite you, I do advise that you go to bed and catch up on your sleep. It's not for everybody. It's for people who want to do very well on Amazon. It's for people who want to take their life to the next level. And if that makes you sleepy, that is okay, but there's no real point in being here. No one's holding you here. So if you're not excited by this, like the rest of us, just go to bed. For the rest of you guys who are excited, we have found a sub niche within a niche, because this is what is going to change your life. This is what's going to change your Amazon career. If you go after those niches, everybody else is. But if you understand that keywords are actually different products, because if you were to look for something on Amazon and you typed in um, I have an hourglass or a sand timer here on my desk, and I use it to help me with my work. If you're looking for a sand timer and you type in sand timer, Amazon are going to pull up different results than if you type in the word hourglass. So you need to focus on one of these that suit our perfect product matrix better. Because even though you may sell the same product under each one, you want to make sure that you understand that when people type in different keywords, different results come up. So we literally have to just sell under a keyword that is suiting our perfect product matrix. So you can see up here, it's a much better niche. It's a niche score of 9, a saturation score of 1. You can see the number of reviews column now is 55. There's a 12,000, which is okay. It's going to be in every niche, but you can see these small people. Number 4, the XCCME 20-ounce skinny tumblers. You can see on the left under the next to the number 4. This brand is ranked 12,000 bestseller rank, which we'll get into in just a second. And you can see they do $99,000, so $100,000 of revenue a month, and they only have 62 reviews. You can come down the page a little bit further, and you can see 343 reviews down here. The MeWay, it says hot next to it, number 12 on the list. They're doing $40,000 a month, and they only have 343 reviews. You can see the other one under that, the Elbow Triple Insulated Stainless Steel Tumbler, 102 reviews, and they're doing $81,000. There is room for new in here. There is room for the beginners. There's room for you to innovate, especially if we take care, remember, of the 4.2 ratings. If we can go to our supplier and work with them to fix these problems, or even just the presentation or helping people use it and implement your product, you're going to rise to the top of this sub niche right here. So we're going to click on the niche score, and we can see that it is a high profit. It is medium high margin. The demand set of sales is very high. It's also a new niche. So this is something that's very recent on Amazon. These haven't been selling for years and years and years. And the competition, once again, is medium. But medium competition doesn't really scare us, because if you go in a very low competition niche, one, there's probably not much actual demand for it. Competition just follows demand. And if you go into a very easy, very beginner level competitive niche, guess what's following you? About 10,000 other people. You would actually prefer to get into the medium competition than the really low competition, because competition just follows really high demand, and we want to find the balance between the two. So you can see here, estimated revenue well into our goals, and we're going to get into your specific goal in just a second, but you can see anything on here I'm sure you would love to own as your product. You can see the reviews like we went through. The opportunity, we call this the slowest gazelle. Is there a slow gazelle that you can take off the back of the pack? This is a good metaphor, so write this one down. It's slow gazelle, meaning if you're a lion and you wanted to hunt for food, and you go out into the Saharan wilderness, and there are some gazelles out there running around. The funny thing is, you don't hunt the fastest gazelle. That's going to use most of your energy, most of your resources, and you might not get it. You start running at the gazelles, and you get the one at the back of the pack. You actually get the slowest gazelle, because he takes the least energy to get, and he may not be the tastiest, best meat in the world, but he's a very good meal. And then guess what? The next day, the slowest gazelle is a little bit tastier because you've already eaten the other one. And that is the game here as well. Before we get on to the perfect supply and how to get these sourced now that we know it's a good niche, know that we're not going for the top spot. We're not trying to do $618,000 of revenue on our first launch. We're trying to do $15,000 of revenue, like you can see number 24, the classic tumbler, $15,000 of revenue with a couple of reviews, and then every single month or every single quarter or every single year, move up a spot. Take it from 15,000 to 17, take it from 17 to 26, from 26 to 38, and grow responsibly and reliably and long term as Amazon grows, as the demand for your niche grows, and as your product and marketing skills grow as well. It's a long-term game, everybody. Write that down. Long-term game. You're going to beat out everybody who's here, who's just trying to get a flash in the pan. Jennifer says she's lost audio, so if you could just pop a smiley face in the box if you can still hear me, would be great. We do. We have lots of smiley faces. Oh, we got one with a nose, which is good. How can we narrow down the niche to sub niche? So that's a great question. How do you actually know how to narrow that niche down into a sub niche? There's actually a tool we're going to show you. You can see the niche keyword button up the top there on this software. That's the tool we're going to be showing you how to get sub niches and ideas. We're not actually going to show you in that context, but basically you can click on this niche keywords and you can see what people are also searching for inside that niche. So we are now going to go on to the perfect supplier. We're going to say we have a sub niche which has a lot of slow gazelles in it, which we would happily take down and trade, and we really just want their businesses, really. So we need to make our product slightly better, and we need to launch into that market and steal their traffic. But before we do that, we need to find the perfect supplier. Now, this step, you don't really need to take notes here because there's no real way to explain it other than it's very, very easy. You go to your ANZ Scout software, you click the downward arrow, and then it opens this little menu, little hidden menu, and you click on Find on Alibaba. Now, Alibaba is incredible. There was a time before Alibaba existed, maybe about 15, 20 years ago now, where you literally, if you wanted to source a product, you had to get on a plane, you had to go to China, and you had to go and do these trade fairs, you had to go to these markets, you had to go to these factories and try and negotiate with a translator what you wanted. Now, we click that button on ANZ Scout called Find on Alibaba, and we're here. We're put in contact with thousands of suppliers who can all fulfill our needs, and they all have people who translate for us. They all hire these representatives for their companies who speak very good English. Some of them don't, but I advise you to go for the ones that you can communicate with well. So in case anything arises, you can smooth that out very simply. And you can simply see that these prices are incredibly cheap compared to the Amazon prices. So you can see that this tool on ANZ Scout pull up exactly the products that you need. You can see that we can go and search for other colors, other variations. What do we want to bring to this niche? Remember, separating ourselves from the crowd is what's going to make this easy for you. Also, being proud and passionate about this product is going to make this very, very simple and easy for you. So you can simply click on these products, browse, chat with these suppliers, and know that you are covered under what's called trade insurance. So you can come in here, you can see their prices, you can see their where they're located, where their factories are. You can see how long it takes to actually make them. You can see how much shipping is going to be. You can see your color choices. You can contact the supplier. You can call the supplier. All this from the comfort of your living room or the comfort of your bed if that's the way you work. Trade assurance, very, very simple. Alibaba have an incredible, it's sort of like a PayPal dispute process if you've ever been through one of those. If you have any problems with the supplier and you've gone through Alibaba and you can see this little trade assurance icon, it means they're going to refund your money if something goes wrong. So a lot of people worry, oh my God, I can't trust these people. I don't know them. How can I send them $3,000, $6,000, $9,000, $20,000? Use the trade assurance because it protects you. You can see that you can simply get in contact with them right there to get your product done and made. You can see lead time 10 days, shipping time 20 days. You could put in an order for these right now, and you could have 3,000 of them coming to your house in a month from now. They would land in your door. What's the date today? It's the 18th of September here in Australia. So on the 18th of October, I could have 3,000 of these rock up at my door from a delivery driver. You would like to, the biggest tip, because I like to add value in here, you want to make sure that these are high quality and you're playing the suppliers against each other. So you can get a sample sent to your house very, very, very easily. You can get multiple samples. The best thing I like to do when launching a new product is to find 60 people who can supply it, message all 60, ask them all about the best price. The ones who respond the quickest and the most interested, make a short list. Maybe that's 10 people. And then of those, I'll probably get about 5 to 6 samples. I'll use the best sample, the best English, the fastest communication, and the shortest lead time, and I'll go with that person for the first run. And use trade insurance or PayPal. Pay with PayPal as well. You can also get insurance there. So now that we have our products on the way, we can calculate the profits as a bonus. Now, this is big because if you don't know your numbers, you're going in blind. You don't know what's actually going on. So you need to come in and open up this hidden menu again where you clicked on Find Alibaba, and you can see it's a profit calculator. Now, this is very big, so make sure you write down, yes, sorry, Wendy, I saw your question just there. We do recommend samples. And if you can't, I know I've been in a position where I'm like, I can't afford the money to buy all these samples. You can get samples made, and you can get the suppliers to send you videos of those samples is a good alternative there. So the profit calculator, once again, you go to the hidden menu, you hit profit calculator, and you pull this up. And this is all in ANZ Scout software. Now you can put in the product price. What are these currently selling for on Amazon? About 20 bucks. How much does it cost us? We saw on Alibaba, it costs about $2.80 plus about $1 per unit to ship. Now, there are the only numbers you need to put in. You push enter. There is no actual enter. You just put them in and it will calculate it for you. And you can see that it adds up all the fees that it's going to cost you, because this is what stops a lot of people. Oh, how much am I going to pay Amazon? How much am I going to pay in shipping? What about the refunds, this and this? If you're worried about these small details, you need to come and do this because it really puts your mind at ease. You put in the numbers and you can see that the FBA fee, meaning how much Amazon's going to take, is in the red. They're going to take $7.95. And it's like, okay, well, that's quite a bit. But you have to remember, Amazon are bringing the customers. Remember, they have hundreds of millions of people browsing their site. That's why we're using them. Otherwise, we just put this up on our own website and not pay a fee. But there's no one on our own website. So that's why we're cutting Amazon in. Amazon are also going to handle now the customer service. Amazon are also now going to handle the shipping. So we don't really need to do anything but choose the right product and market it well. So I've accidentally skipped ahead here, but stay with me. The profit per unit for us after we pay Amazon and after we buy the actual unit is $8.05, which means we are getting an ROI, a return on investment of 211%. Now, you can see the estimated monthly profit here. That's using the current seller. So when we clicked on profit calculator here, we're putting in their sales data. So you can see they sell 2,000 of these things a month. And if we can replicate, which I can show you how to replicate their traffic and their sales, that's how much profit that they're currently doing a month, and how much profit you could potentially do a month if you take the right steps. So how many times, put this in the chat, I want to make sure everyone's still here, everyone's still excited. We're getting to the end of this. We're getting into the expansion and exactly what you need to do, but I need to make sure that you're still with me. So answer this question. How many times would you put in $1 into a machine that gives you back $2.10? Pop that in the chat for me. How many times would you do that? How many times would you stand there and pop $1 in? We got big numbers, and as you saw, not the best at deciphering. 1 million times says James, 20 times says Hassan. After 20, 20 probably had enough. Dewanda says infinite. Wendy's is 120% of the time, all my life, all the time, often, over and over and over, a million times. All I have, a million times. Just keep going, lots. Yes, exactly. You are smart. You guys know exactly what you're doing. If you could just do that over and over again, that becomes your freedom for the rest of your life. You just keep going. You just keep doing it. And that is what you're building here. You're building a machine that you can put in $1 and get out $2.11. One of our products we're currently selling right now, we put in $1 and we get out $5.40. Now, we do have to take into account a little bit of Amazon ads and marketing, which we'll jump into. But it's a ridiculous return on investment. You really can't get anywhere else. So this is a skill worth learning. And it can be done in any niche. So we've been showing you this tumbler niche as an example. There's a lot of other niches out there. And just to give you some examples, here's a remote control fake cockroach. Literally, it's a fake cockroach which you have a remote control and you can have it crawl around your house. It sells for $14. You can see it's a less than a 4.2 rating, less than 500 reviews, $73,000 a month this thing was making. Here are little dog boots. If you love dogs, go into the little dog boots, make your own, design your own, make your own pretty colors. $21,000 a month. These resistant bands, $171,000 a month. You tell me a little retail store on a corner street that has one product that's selling $171,000 worth of stock a month. It doesn't happen. They don't have the hundreds of millions of shoppers that Amazon has. Here are the kitchen food tongs. $30,000 a month with 34 reviews. This is happening in every single niche, and your goal, your task is just to find the niche that you're passionate about, that fits the perfect product matrix, and get started and go. Now, what the last piece of the puzzle that you're missing is how to steal your competitors' traffic from day one. Because if you just launch another generic product, if you just pop it up there with the crowd of people, you're not going to do well. So this is the key that a lot of people are scared of when launching your business. This is by far the easiest way to do it. There's no question about it. And that is seeing this. So we're looking at placemats for adults. That's our keyword here. Remember, keywords on Amazon are everything because everybody is searching. If you want to go buy a product on Amazon, you go and you type in the product name or whatever you see the product name should be. This one is placemat for adults. Now, hundreds, if not thousands of people are searching this every day on Amazon. And you can see the first two listings are sponsored ads. It says sponsored right under that photo, if you can see that in there. The third one is obviously not, but the first two don't have any reviews. They're brand new products, but they're instantly getting in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people. And once, like I said, absolutely no reviews. They're in front of this big shark of a product that's been selling there for many years. And it's not actually that hard to do. This is the question that we had earlier. I forget the man's name who did it. The niche keywords will give you what keywords that are being searched by customers that will buy your product. So go in here, type in these keywords, and you'll see the results and you'll see the sponsored ads. And you can use this. You can export it to CSV and download all these keywords and start running ads for this for very, very little money. And I'll show you exactly how much for one of our products that we recently relaunched. We are actually paying to get in front of everybody else who's been working so hard on their ranking. So you can see tumbler, straw, steel, stainless, travel, mug, double, coffee. These are the keywords, and these are the ones that you can enter into the search bar to get a sub niche. But what we want to do is we want to steal the traffic. If you a good metaphor my friend always uses, have you ever had, say, your little sister filling up a cup of water under the tap or under the faucet, and you've got your cup and you're waiting, and you decide instead of waiting, you're just going to pop your cup ahead of hers. That is the metaphor of the water is the traffic that are searching these keywords every single day. And we just want to put our cup on the top so that we catch this traffic and we make these sales. So this is a very simple way to do it, and it's so simple to set up. Amazon, in fact, set them up automatically at one click of the button for you. And you can see the one such as the highlight green. So over 7 days at the relaunch of this product, we spent $4.70 to be displayed at the top, and we got back $29.37. You can see each one of these boxes is a different keyword. So a different one of these keywords would have been tested. Remember, that's not our exact niche. $7 got us back $29. $2 got us back $19. $2 got us back $19. $2 got us back $19. $3, $19. $3, $6, all $19. Just because we are advertising for these small niches that no one else is actually looking at, and we're coming up on top and stealing the traffic. So it's basically it. You're done. It's time to relax. We've got our perfect product matrix applied. We've validated the niche. We've innovated on the product and found a sub niche that fits. We've got it from our supplier that's trustworthy. We've got it in Amazon, and we've set up ads really at the click of a button or a couple of manual edits in there that you can do very, very simply by using that niche keywords. And Amazon are also going to suggest keywords that you're now stealing your competitors' traffic, which are funneling back to your your optimized page with a superior product on it. And once again, I'll make note that the superior product is what's going to help you win in the long term. People aren't dumb out there. They're going to know great products win. You can do really well in the short term with a bad product, but you're not going to be doing well in the long term. So if you have a superior product, that's really the best marketing you can have. So now that you have this set up, now that you have this product scaling up to $10,000 a month, what would you do next? The simplest thing to do is expand that into a brand. Rinse and repeat this process. You've literally learned how to turn $1 into $2.11. Do it again. Create the next machine, because once you've got the first one up, it's 7 times easier to sell to a current customer than it is a stranger. Write that one down. This one is a big, big, big takeaway. The second product is about 10 times easier to actually get up and get moving, and then it's 7 times easier to sell more customers into that new product than it was on your first product. Take these probiotic dog bites, which sell millions of dollars a month on Amazon. Amazon is basically the thing that are sending it customers. Amazon has, like we said, hundreds of millions of people shopping on Amazon. A lot of them are wanting probiotic bites for their dog. They want to help their dog live longer and digest. And they've launched this product, and it's done really, really well. And with the 5,000 customers who've bought this product, do you think that the next product that this person should launch should be a shower brush? Because the shower brush has fit the perfect product matrix. Pop it in the chat if you think yes, Y for yes, and for no for this shower brush. The shower brush fits the perfect product matrix, and they're looking, this Zesty Paws probiotic dog bites, they're looking for a second product. So we got no, 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 hell no, hell no. I like the passion there, Peter. I respect that. No in capitals from Abby. Brent says no, no, go back to the dog boots. I agree, Wendy. Pick something similar to the first. Well done. You guys are probably the smartest, the smartest audience that I've had. You guys are onto it, where a lot of people aren't. Big X, like we all said, no. How about we launch everyday vitality dog bite? So basically a multivitamin for dogs. It complements the first product. It also fits the perfect product matrix. Remember, it's still got to fit the perfect product matrix, but you've got 5,000 customers that you can instantly send to the next product. Just like that little transition that we had prepared for you. And that's going to give this momentum. It's going to give the first one back momentum, because the new customers who are also finding the multivitamin are going to go back to the probiotic bites, and your brand is going to absolutely explode, and you're organically going to start ranking up the search results for these sub niche keywords. So this is what it turns into. You have a range of products with your brand stamped on it, different accessories, different colors, whatever it is, whatever you want to turn your passion brand into, that's what you need to do. And you rinse and repeat, and you scale, 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 scale. You don't need to do this overnight. I advise that you learn the skill and launch them one by one as you're ready. The first one, you should get up to $200 a day before you launch the second one. The second one, you should get to $400 a day before you launch the third one. And you should make sure that you're not procrastinating and not learning the skill of actually launching a successful product, but make sure that you're doing this consistently over time. So eventually you look like this. It may take 2 years, but you're profitable from 3 to 6 months onwards, and you're just scaling, 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 and you're verifying and validating using ANZ Scout software that this is the right next product for you, next product for you. And all of a sudden you have, I used to call this the product wheel. You can basically, you have a wheel of products, and each product is actually recommending all the other products, whether it's in your follow-up emails, whether it's in the also bought as on Amazon. But every new product that you add into your brand is basically like a gateway to the rest of your products in your brand. And you just scale it up, scale it up, scale it up. So is it 90 days simple? Not the full brand, but just to get your first product found, validated, and ordered from Amazon. And then once it's in, not ordered from Alibaba, launched on Amazon with some ads. Is that 9 days simple? That is a question for you. So pop it in the chat if you think it's 90 days simple. 90 days is 3 months. We've gone through this theory in about a couple of hours, and I want to hear from you that you think it's 90 days simple. So yes from Hassan, yes from James, yes from Mervin, yes from Dewanda. Way shorter than that from Jeremy. We have a couple of no's. If you say no, how long do you think this would take? I'm actually very curious. Sounds doable, says Ignatius. Great name, Ignatius. Baz says absolutely. Yes from Janice. Yes for sure. Yes from Jerry. You could do it in less from Brent. Yes from Maria. Depends on product and supplier. Some products will take more. That's probably where some of these no's are coming from. Most suppliers are going to take about 30 days to produce and ship the product to you, which is plenty enough time to do your product research in about a week or two. Shouldn't take more than a week or two. If it's more than that, you're going to be procrastinating really. You want to be nailing down and ordering as soon as possible. So we had about an 85% yeses here. The ones who said no, maybe it's 120 days for them if they're a little bit slower. But the thing is, yes, a lot of people can do it in 30 days. A lot of people can do it in 60 days. And 85% of you are going to be able to do it in 90 days. Idnan says that he made $1,000 in his first month. So well done, Idnan. The next question is, who wants to get this done in the next 90 days? Pop a me or a no if you don't want to, for some reason, grow a Amazon brand at $10,000 a month. So we got me from Maria, yes from Russ, yes, me for sure. Gokhan wants to, Pablo wants to, Maria wants to, Jeremy wants to, Jeremy definitely wants to, Jessica, me and him from IS. Okay, we have a lot of people because you'd be crazy not to. The thing is, you need to be all in. And if you are all in, you have a choice to make. You can A, do this on your own. You can be this little test monkey, this adorable monkey who's strapped into a NASA helmet and about to be launched into space. And the monkey's just like, I really hope this works. You know, he's out there, he's alone, he doesn't know how to navigate space. I don't think any of us do. And this could be you in your Amazon process. You can do it on your own. You can spend the next 12 months guessing, calculating, lose a bunch of money like we've all done. I've definitely done by taking this and trying to take this on my own, launching the wrong products. And you might get it right in about 6 months. You might get it right in about 12 months. You probably won't for about 36 months. Or you can take option 2. You can save months of researching and guesswork, manually doing it all. You can get winning product ideas at the click of a button. You can launch your product and steal your competitors' traffic from day one with a step-by-step plan from somebody who has done it successfully over and over and over again. And you can see the photos here are mentors. You can see that everybody has a mentor, from Michael Jordan, from Mark Zuckerberg, from Ellen DeGeneres. All these people have followed the footsteps and have been very good friends with very successful people who have stepped those steps before. Tony Robbins has a great quote that success leaves clues. And success on Amazon doesn't just leave clues. It literally leaves playbooks. It leaves footholds on where you need to place your feet in order to get to where you want to go. And these people have left their footprints. These people have refined the process for you so that you can take it and use them as mentors and examples of exactly what you want to do and achieve what you want. Here's John Walburn with a quick update. He's done $4,000 in a week of $4,000 sales in a week. This here is Graham from Perth in Australia. He did $5,000 in his first 30 days of selling after taking our training. This again is Bobby McLaughlin, who absolutely was a rock star and crushed it and did $10,000 of revenue in his first 30 days. Here's Kawhi, who did $6,235 in 30 days, $10,155 of ordered product in 30 days. We have this gift for you. We have this playbook and this software and everything you need to put your feet in the holes of these people who have done it before you and got the results that you want. Who is excited to put your feet exactly in the footprints of people who have done it before and not go wandering in the desert and hopefully find an oasis? Tiffany, there are no women listed, but I hope that you are successful. I hope that you take action and we can get you on there and have you as an awesome testimonial, because this is not gender specific. Anybody can be successful on Amazon, and I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you crush it and be a good example for everybody else out there. Jerry's all in, Jessica's all in, Janice is all in. Wendy says that she and Tiffany will be the female testimonials, which is amazing. Bob, Jeremy, Gökhan, Idnan, Hassan, very, very good. All or nothing, guys. So this is what we have for you. We have the AMZ Scout software suite. Now, there's a lot of writing here, but basically you need to know that this is all the software we've been through today and more. Everything you need to know, from the web app, the extension, the keyword tracker, the quick view, the stock stats, exclusive insights. We've got 26 niches and 26 products that you can go and validate right now that we've pre-validated for you. We've got the calculators and the top 1% AMZ Scout profitable products and niches cheat sheet. So all this software is everything that you need to do to have a fishing net, not a fishing line. Everything that you need to do to pull in all these profitable product ideas, validate them, to get results the first time. Now, this is valued at $1,283 for that software suite, but you also get the 10K case studies. Now, this is valued at $297. This is the full interviews from all of our successful students. You're going to learn from students who are launching a $10,000 plus a month business today and have done it in the past. You're going to see exactly what their footsteps are. We got on calls with them. Everyone who took our training and was very successful, we're like, how did you do it? What are the biggest mistakes that you made? What do you wish you knew at the start? What do you advise people who are starting right now to do in order to get to where you want to go? And you get to hear their exact answers, and you get to find out how they navigated what you're about to navigate in order to make it to where they are. This is the 10K case study. So not only do you have the AMZ Scout software suite, which is all the software, guys, it's $1,283 worth of software, which you get to pull the niches, you get to validate the products, you get to find the suppliers, you get to calculate the profits, all this is your fishing net. Then you get to hear from people who have been exactly where you are right now and have got to exactly where you want to go. And you get to listen to their interviews, their video interviews where we question them and they tell you exactly what you need to do to get there. You also get the A9 ranker system inside the Australia course. So this is an Amazon Australia course that basically shows you how new the niche is on Amazon. So essentially what is happening in the US, what we've gone through and validated in the US for you, is also happening in Australia. However, in Australia, it's such a wide open market. And I saw Deborah, I know Deborah was from Australia. I saw a few other people in here from Australia. If you're from Australia, this is a no-brainer. If you're international, you can still sell on Amazon Australia. Amazon Australia are about 2 years old now. And imagine if you had a time machine and you could go and start selling on Amazon FBA in the US when they were 2 years old. Absolutely no competition for you, a really, really wide open market. And we're going to put in a full Amazon Australia course that normally sells for $297. We're going to throw this in this package to get you started and give you more options if you wanted to explore Amazon Australia, which is much lower competition for yourself. That's fully in here in this package for you, on top of those 10K case study roadmap, on top of the ANZ Scout software suite. Now, if that wasn't enough, this should be enough. This is everything. This is everything you need to go from complete zero, or like some people here are making $1,000 a month already, or they're making $10,000 a month already. This complete Amazon FBA course, it's everything you could possibly want. It's over 17 hours of content. It's all fully up to date, and it walks you through everything from the very, very first foundations all the way through to scaling your brand to the 7-figure level. This is everything that I've learned in the 20 products. This is everything that I wish I could have put in this training, but this training, we only have a short amount of time, and I need to make sure that you get the most out of this in the format that it's in. But this course right here is everything that I wish I could share with you today. This is if you came over and you were like, teach me everything you know, I would give you this. This is the training I've literally put my family through. This is the training I send to my friends when anyone inquires about Amazon FBA and how to take their brand to the next level or how to start a brand. It's for every single level, whether you're beginner or intermediate, you're going to absolutely crush it with this complete Amazon FBA course, which is going to get you the confidence that you need and the confidence that you deserve in order to be successful on Amazon. So guys, to recap, you get the ANZ Scout software suite, the suite of tools and software that's going to take your journey and make it 10 times easier, 10 times faster. Instead of spending 6 months looking for a product, you're going to spend maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks max to be finding, validating the product, as you can walk through and go through in that course as well, and make sure you know the perfect product matrix over and over again until you feel 100% confident, 100% sure in yourself that you know what you're doing, you're taking the right steps, and you're launching the right product, and there's no confusion. All the software there is there to assist you. Think of it as basically an upgrade. Think of you as Frankenstein. You plus this software 10 times smarter and 10 times more capable than without it. It's valued at $1,283. You're also getting the 10K case studies, which there's not much of a better thing that you could listen to apart from everyday people like you and me. Like I was an everyday person before I started too. I was not selling on Amazon, and as soon as I did, it absolutely changed my life. It exploded the scale that I can actually that you see as soon as you list your first product. I mean, the first problem that I had is that I didn't have enough stock, and you saw Joe have the same problem. And it's really the biggest problem that you're going to run into because the traffic is there and the success is there for you if you can follow the advice for people in these 10K case studies who literally were everyday people like you and me before the training, and then after the training they're making over $10,000 a month, and they tell you what they recommend you should be doing in order to follow. You also get the Amazon Australia course. Remember, this course is everything you need to know to launch in Amazon Australia, the brand new market with basically no competition, a massive opportunity and a massive niche. It's almost a sub niche itself that you can start to sell in today, no matter where you are in the world. 90% of countries can sell. There are a few countries that can't, but if you're on this call, it's very, very likely that you're going to be able to sell on Amazon Australia. About 90% of countries can. Then I don't know how to tell you how much value is in this full Amazon FBA course. It's 17 hours. It took us 3 months to build. We built it with people as well. You know, we went and got feedback from people taking it, adjusted the courses from the feedback that people gave us. People who are in your position learning Amazon, they asked us questions. We went back, we amended, we changed this to make sure that it is the best training you could possibly have to take your Amazon brand to where you want to be. Now, all of this, the software, the complete net, the 10K case studies, the Amazon FBA Australia course, plus the full Amazon FBA course over 17 hours of incredible step-by-step walk you through the process content is valued at $3,874. $3,874, but you know this is not what we are selling for right here. This is not the investment that you need to make in yourself today, because I like you guys and because you need to get in for the best offer possible. And that's why we run these promotions, because we can have limited time discounts. So for you today, if you take action, you can have all of this, everything in this package, and get started. You can literally, as soon as you log off after you've signed up and with this bundle, you can get started today and you can change your life and become one of these testimonials. Wendy, Tiffany, I'm looking at you guys very, very quickly. And the price today is one payment. This is not a 6 times payment. This is not a 4 times payment. This is absolutely a one-time payment of $449. You get everything we've just gone through. It's an exclusive offer from AMZ Scout and Decoded right now. We're Decoded. AMZ Scout is the software that you're using. You get the 10K Amazon seller software and course suite valued at $3,874 right now for one payment of $449. This I'm at a lack of words for how powerful of an investment this will be for you. It's such a steal of a price. It's not for everyone. I know if you don't have this amount of money, it's not for you. Don't get this if this is not for you. But if you've been looking for a way to sell on Amazon, if you've been looking to take your finances and your life and your business and your career to the next level and have the freedom you want, the ability to work from home, this could not be a better offer for you. And that's why we've come together with AMZ Scout to actually have it. And once you sign up, put in the chat box that you've signed up, pop it in, come back, go sign up now, and go and sign up. And what you do, you come back, pop it in the chat box you signed up so I can celebrate with you. If you are on the fence, ask your questions now. I'm going to stay with you for questions. I have somebody sending me questions, marking them as mine. So I'm going to be answering those to make sure you get all the information you want. If you're on the fence, I can totally understand. Just ask the question and I'll answer your question in full detail, in full transparency, and you can make the decision if this is right for you. We don't want anyone signing up who cannot afford this. Please do not sign up if you're taking credit card loans or something like that. But anyone who is in the position to take their brand to the next level, or anyone who's been looking at Amazon for a while and looking for the best opportunity for them, this is it. This is the time that you actually take action. This is for you. So I want to make sure that you know what group you're in. If you're ready, and you should be after this, after this training and after this, you can either pull out your phone and you can click on the camera button of your phone. I'm going to do this right now just to walk everybody through. So I'm unlocking my phone. I have an iPhone. I'm going to just our regular camera and go to photo on the camera, and then just hold the phone up to that QR code. The QR code is the barcode on the right with the 3 squares on the left, top right, and bottom left. And what you'll see, mine says website at the top. You don't have to take a photo, but just at the top, a little URL will pop down. Mine says open amzscout.net in Safari. You click on that and you'll get taken to the page where you can make the investment today in yourself and in your future by getting these tools and training. So that pulls me to the page. If anyone's having trouble at all with the logistics, pop that in the chat. If you don't have a phone or you don't have a camera, or maybe you're watching this on your phone, which I don't know how you're doing that, but that would be very impressive. Go to a browser, go to amzscout.net/get/bundle1709, and you'll go straight to this page and you will be able to get access to this training, and you'll be able to literally get started straight away. Now, one thing we need to point out, when you sign up, you will be sent these bonuses just in about 24 hours, because what's going on here is we are partnered with AMZ Scout. They're going to instantly give you access to the software, and then these bonuses are our bonuses. So we are going to email you with access to these bonuses once AMZ Scout send over the emails of the people who've made the investment today. And we're going to get you access to all this training, all this software, all these courses within 24 to 48 hours. Remember, you get the software immediately, and then you'll get the trainings in about 24 hours. We're going to do them as quickly as possible. So once you sign up, let me know. Wendy is in. Congratulations, Wendy. That is really amazing to hear. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you as a testimonial. So well done for making that investment. Hassan says, is this US dollars? Yes, this is US dollars. I'm actually going to go to this slide here so you can still have the QR code there. The link's down the bottom. This is a very exclusive offer. This is a limited time offer. I can't tell you exactly how long it's available for, but it's not available for long. It's going to be available here on the live training and then for about 4 days afterwards if you need to get something in order. 3 hours and 23, there it is. So it is on the sales page, 3 hours, 3 days, 23 hours, 29 minutes. But don't sit on the fence. So get in now. If you're considering this, if you're on the fence, get in and don't waste those 3 days. Get started, find these products, get your product moving. Tiffany says, does it cover how to ship into Amazon, how to package, all the rules, etc.? I get overwhelmed. I'm going to mess up that part and my stuff will be rejected by Amazon. Tiffany, I'm telling you, this covers all of that and many more. Anything that is overwhelming you, any questions that you have about the process, this 1997 Amazon Success Training, it covers it all. You will go out of this training and you will feel so confident in the process. You won't be overwhelmed at all. It'll remove that for you. And that's what I'm really here to give to you today. I want you to be excited by this process. I want you to be confident in the process and think of it as a game. And when you do that, you're going to do really well. And that's what that training is going to cover for you. Bob, there are no deliberate avoiding of questions. We're getting a lot of questions in. Let me see if I can scroll back and find Bob's questions. You said Amazon business is fluid. Yes, we have many recent revenue earners, Bob. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people a year are earning a lot of money. A lot of students of ours go through. We have 60,000 YouTube subscribers, and a lot of people have gone through our training. We have had thousands of people go through our training and having very good success very recently. If you have any other questions, pop them in. But we are getting a lot in, so I'll make sure that I'll try and keep an eye out for you, Bob. Yes, 4 days till Sunday, you have this offer. Victor is in. Congratulations, Victor. How to do it? You want to go to the QR code or you want to click on this link? We can click on this link together. Let me just exit this presentation. So you can see this is the link that you want to go to. So I'm just going to copy this link, but you're going to have to manually type it out. I'm going to open a Google Chrome browser. I'm going to pop this link in. We're going to go to the sales page. And you can see right here, one investment of $499, $449, which is a discount of $3,425 off the recommended retail price of everything that's included. You can simply enter your email here. Very, very simple. You can log in with one of these if you want. Go through and make that purchase. You'll get instant access to the software. And then you will get access to the training and everything that you need to make it come to life within 24 to 48 hours of actually making that. So we'll pop back into here. Let me pop this question box out. Yes, if you missed the beginning of this training, like Joe did, we'll email you a replay. Yes, Maggie, this is a one-time payment. I believe the ANZ Scout payment is per year, but what you want to do is you want to get everything up and done in a year, so you don't have to renew for that next year if you don't need it. Otherwise, if you're going to keep expanding your brand, it's a second payment for that second year. The software, the ANZ Scout software is a year recurring. You get a year up front, so get everything done in that year. The trainings and everything there is a one-time payment and you're in for life. Wendy says she's in the blue wheel of space, so hopefully you that loads properly for you. Tiffany, yes, perfect. Email support@ANZ Scout if you have any questions. If there's one niche a week, wouldn't that be €52.26? I'm not sure exactly. There is somewhere between 26 to 52. That's one of AMZ Scout's bonuses. So I'm not 100% sure on what that is, but there is at least, I'll say, 26 profitable niche suggestions in there for you. Maggie, yes. So the software will be a yearly thing, and the training will be just a one-time payment. So the software will auto renew. I can see here on the sales page for $299 in 12 months. So if you don't want that to happen, you're buying a year of this software to get everything up. You can go and you can cancel that before that renews, unless you execute on everything and you're still growing your brand, then it's not going to matter to you at that point. So Allison, congratulations. I'm very happy to have you signed up. Wendy says, we'll have access to the product finder in Chrome. Yes, the profitability calculator. Yes, Wendy, you definitely will have access to profitability calculator. The difference between AMZ Scout and Helium 10, there's a few differences between the two. They both basically do the same thing. Russ, you've been sent a link, the difference between Helium 10 and AMZ Scout, which you can look at. Both of them actually work really well, but there are a few minor differences between them. The big difference here between them, Russ, is the courses that you get with this purchase here. Brent, yes, check out that link if you've already bought AMZ Scout 2 days ago, like Brent has. Definitely email support at AMZ Scout, and they will be able to help you out to get access to this bundle. Remember, if you've already bought AMZ Scout within the last week or even the last 2 weeks, and you want access to this bundle, email support at amzscout.com, and they'll make sure that you get access to all of this. Yes, Maria, the course is up to date. It's very, very recent, and it's covering everything that is currently going on in the Amazon marketplace. Yes, Nikki, the course covers brand registry, trademarks, and product launches. I'm telling you, this course, if you have a question if it covers it, I'm telling you already, it covers it. This course is very, very comprehensive. AMZ Scout differs from Viral Launch in a couple of ways, Ron. They've sent you a personal response there, but there's quite a few differences between AMZ Scout and Viral Launch. Bob, this business model is not USA specific. In fact, in the course, I teach you exactly how to choose which marketplace that you want to be going after. Brent Alexander is in. Well done, Brent. That is very, very big. Yes, Maria, the course is fully up to date. Well done, Wendy, for escaping that blue wheel of death and signing up. Well done for getting that done. Please share the link to that as well. Awesome. So the link is also in the chat, guys. If you can open the chat, you can get straight access to that link, which is very easy. Been looking to a product which is software and stun gun. Very interesting. Amazon said they'll take wholesale items facility that can sell it legally. Does that sound right? What is the liability if something goes wrong with my item? So I don't want to give too much legal advice here, Lindsay. I would work with Amazon to make sure things are going well with them. Yeah, that's a cool niche, because things that are borderline, if you can figure out the right way to do it, there's not many people who are also doing it. You know, they want to stay away from their products. So I would definitely work with Amazon and talk to them and make sure that you're doing everything above board, so that you really will be making really good money with low competition there. Maria Perez, there is no one-on-one support included with this. Unfortunately, we get way too many requests for that and we don't have enough time, but this course is basically the next best thing for that. That's why this course was created, is because everybody who's asking for one-on-one support and can't afford the coaching fees, this is the best, most easiest way in, and that's why it's such a low price point, so that everybody can get access, even if you have a small budget. Awesome, Umar, your question was answered by support. Thank you, Russ. Well done, Russ, for getting in. Congratulations. Victor, congratulations. Thank you, Ron. I got AMZ Scout last month. Awesome, John. I've sent you a link to be able to get inside this bundle as well. If you once again have just bought AMZ Scout, email support@amzscout.com and tell them, and you'll get access to this bundle. Yes, there are advantages to Helium 10 and there are advantages to AMZ Scout. There's a couple of other softwares out there. I use about 3 of these softwares and they all really complement each other. If you're on a low budget, you really just have to pick one. Yes, we give potential products. The problem, IS, though, with giving potential products is that most people are going to be jumping on them. What's bigger than giving you potential products is actually giving you the skills to be able to research what other people can't, because that's when you step ahead. Victor, you still can't sign in, which is okay. We've got a tech team who can help you out. Just comment back and forward with them. And yes, you'll be able to sign in there, because we do want to make sure you don't miss out on this. So make sure we keep going, maybe try a different browser, and let us know how you're going. What's in the course, Eduardo? What is in the course? It is, I might pull up the course really quick to help show you how big this course is. So I'm just going to sign in over here. And then I'll pull it back onto the screen so you guys can see it. In the meantime, I'll pop that up so everybody knows how to get to the sales page there. Signing into this course, I want to go through to show you just how big and incredible this course actually is. And I will be hanging around for a few more minutes, guys. So if you do have more questions, definitely jump on and ask those questions so we can answer them. Okay, so this is essentially, you can see the course down the left-hand side here. So you can see the module 0 where we cover the foundations. Now, this is what everybody overlooks, the foundations. And I'm telling you guys that this is the most important module of the entire course that you're going to be getting. We're going to be teaching you exactly how to get clarity and how to get confidence and how to understand platform symbiosis. Now, this is what most people fail to actually achieve. And symbiosis basically is how we can unite with Amazon, how we can both really have the same objective and aligned incentives so that Amazon want us to succeed. This is very, very massive and one of the most important things that you could possibly watch. $1 Million Math, again, is to get clear and very, very precise about what your goal is and exactly how to do that and how the math behind it works. And exactly what you need to know and exactly what you need to understand in order to get there. I can't go through all these lectures, but I want to go through, and actually I want to get this questions back up to make sure we're not having some tech troubles. Okay, perfect. The Amazon process, once again, we choose what Amazon marketplace is right for you, whether it's the UK, whether it's Australia, whether it's India, whether it's the US. We're going to teach you exactly how to choose which one and why. That's based on your needs. We're going to teach you how to get your business set up. We're going to teach you the skyscraper strategy, which is basically how to pull the success of other buildings and other products out there and pull it into you. I'm going to teach you about all the mistakes you need to avoid. The perfect product matrix. So this is basically what we went through today in detail. Now you can see these lectures are actually very long. Some of these are 40 minutes, some of these are 20 minutes. But we're going to show you the exact factors that you need to know in order, you can see it's a 50-minute one here, in order to know exactly what you're doing. And we walk through the process with you. You can see the perfect product matrix. After that comes branding and evolving. After that becomes product sourcing, how to really get the right products. After that comes building a faultless Amazon listing to make sure you stick to the top of the search engine. You can see Winnie the Pooh there. And we go through that in detail. We basically analyze it and we show you exactly what you need to look at so you have confidence. That's the biggest thing I can tell you here. This will give you confidence. We then tell you how to launch, exactly how to launch in the new age, not way back. Way back in 6 years ago, which everyone else is teaching, it doesn't work. There's a new way to launch. And it's basically, actually, I'm not going to tell you what it basically is, but you can jump in here and find the new way to launch and understand what it is in today's world that actually works. We teach you how to run pay-per-click ads that are really high performing, how to get the best keywords for you, and then we teach you how to scale your brand. So you can see it is a ridiculously comprehensive course. It's over 17 hours, and it's everything that you need to know step by step. To answer some of these last questions over here, you're welcome. I'm very happy to share. Thank you, Ron. Yes, Maria, you'll get the confirmation in your email. Yes, AMZ Scout will complement Jungle Scout. There's a few minute details and differences in there, and they are very similar. And it's basically a personal preference. I have them both installed and do different things on both of them. Julia, yes, we cover how to get a barcode, the whole shipping process. That's one of the things that was very overwhelming to me, is like, how do I go from having a product in China to actually having it selling on Amazon? And we cover that in detail: how to get your barcode, how to get your UPC number, where to put it on your product. Do you need a barcode? How many in a box? Where do you ship the boxes to? All of that confusion that I know I had is is all covered there. Yvonne asked who provides the courses. So that course is provided by me, Yvonne. AMZ Scout are also providing their own courses. So there's a lot in there. Thank you very much, Lindsay. I'm glad that you thought this was great. If you guys could actually really help me out as you guys are making the investment there, if you could pop into the chat your favorite part of the presentation, it really, really helps me understand what connected with you and helps me perfect my training and helps me put out the training such as on my YouTube video that's going to help you further. Remember, if you haven't followed us on YouTube, pop over to Decoded on YouTube and join us over there, and you can get a lot of awesome trainings over there as well. But if you could pop into the chat, it would be really, really, really helpful. I very much do appreciate it. Just spend 10 to 30 seconds telling me exactly what your favorite part was or what connected with you to really make you take action here and enjoy the training the most. Eduardo says he's definitely in. Yvonne says the favorite part is my accent. Yes, it's a very fascinating accent, which almost changes year to year based on where I live. I'm very easily influenced. At the moment, I'm living in Australia, so it's sort of gone back to my roots of the Australian accent. But having lived in 8 countries in 8 years, it has a little bit of everything. The training, Gokhan, is 17 hours. Gokhan, I see you asking for one-on-one coaching. I do one-on-one coaching, but it is at a very, very, very high hourly rate. So if that's suitable for you, you reach out to me. Otherwise, if it's not, I totally understand, and I'm telling you that this course is everything that you need to learn. Thanks for everything, man. All the great info was great and useful. Thank you from Mexico. Thank you, Eduardo. Favorite part was accent. Eduardo's definitely in. This was great. The product matrix was good for some. Building a cohesive brand, awesome, Allison. I'm glad you got that. Details about sub niche from Lindsay. Product search and learning about the sub niche was great to get confirmation. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy, I know you've signed up already. Definitely go through that training. There's a lot more on that. Anything, the product matrix, the cohesive brand, the sub niche, all of this stuff goes in way deeper detail in that training. So you want to go make sure in about 24 to 48 hours, you'll have access to that and you can go deep on that. How do you reach out if you want coaching? Lindsay, once again, it is extremely pricey, way more pricier per hour than this whole bundle. But if that is okay and if that is right with you and your budget, I know it is with some people, reach out, send me an email, benjaminjkw@gmail.com, but only if that's right for you. It's not cheap at all because I do have so many requests and a lot of other things that I normally do. So if that's right for you, let me know. But remember, it's only for people who have those finances. IS, you're already on a Helium 10 course. Do you need this course too? Honestly, you don't need this course. This course, I can tell you, is everything that I've learned in launching 20 products and watching hundreds and thousands, not 100,000, but hundreds and thousands, so about thousands of people, maybe 2,000-3,000 people start and launch their brand. And it's everything I know. So you don't need it. But if you would like that information, that is here for you. The Helium 10 course is okay. I haven't been through it personally, but I know that I would be adding a lot of things to it, me personally, based on my personal experience. And like I showed you, we go through the foundation. So we do a lot of personal development work too. We make sure your mindset's there. We make sure that you're not going to self-sabotage. We make sure you're confident. These are the things that I think are really important for you, IAS, to give you an honest answer. So it's up to you whether you want to make the investment. You don't need it, but I can tell you that there is a full refund policy if you make the investment today and then you think after you've been through it, you know what, didn't help, but I don't foresee that happening. So I would advise you take action, get it today, go through yourself and say, was that worth it? And if it wasn't, just ask for a refund. We don't want your money unless you are completely satisfied. Awesome, Wendy. I'm excited to have you take that training. Lindsay says, cool. Your email again, Benjamin, my name, Benjamin, JKW@gmail.com. Now, I can write my email. I'm just going to write it here. But this is not for everybody, and please email only if you are able to afford an expensive one-on-one coach, because I select my clients very specifically. I haven't coached people for a while because it's just not worth my time otherwise. Yes, Brent, you've signed up. 24 hours, you'll receive another link. 36 hours at the latest, 48 hours at the latest, sometimes aims at Scout. Wait for a batch of people and then send it over. Thanks for your honesty. You're welcome, IS. Thank you for being here. Thanks a million. We won't abuse it. Awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. So if there's any other more questions, now is your last chance to answer them. I'll do about 3 or 4 more questions as they come in. If I've skipped over your question throughout the training, pop it in now. Pop it in now. I'm here for you. You've got my attention. You've got my time, and I can answer it honestly with the experience that I have. In the meantime, if for some reason you're sitting here, you've gone through this training, you took a lot from it, you're like, that's great. Benji's great. He's great accent. He's got great hair. We we want you to make sure that you're feeling confident on your journey, and you really are sitting on a fence. And if you sign up, I don't need you to sign up. I do well without this. It's not for me. You're signing up for you, and you're one product away from changing your life. You're one attempt at launching a product away from changing your life. If you can learn this process, it doesn't matter if you miss on the first one. You've got a skill that is absolutely priceless that you can win on the second one and the third one and the fourth one, and do this slowly and responsibly and actually tap into this massive trend that's the future. It's a guaranteed future. It's already here and it's already happening. And I'm telling you, this training is what we put 3 months of work in, very, very solid work, working with people like you to make sure they got everything they needed to have the best chance of success. This, coupled with everything else that you're receiving today, is the best decision that you can make for you. Once again, I don't actually mind if you sign up or not, but for you, I would really love you to have the opportunity. And once again, there is a full 7-day refund period, meaning get this now, go through and make sure, because you don't know me, you probably don't 100% trust me, which is fine, but you will after you get into the course. You will after you get into the training and you see how good it is and how much confidence it gives you in this process and how much it takes away that overwhelm and how much it really sets you up for success. And if I'm wrong, and if you don't actually feel that way, simply reach out at support@AIMSAT-Scout and get your money back. We don't want your money unless you're extremely happy. So if that's you right now, take out your phone and hit this QR code or type this into your web page and sign up, because there's nothing to lose. The only way you're going to miss out right now, because this is a very limited time deal, the only way that you're actually going to be missing out is if you don't take action, because you're covered. There's an insurance policy, there's a refund policy. We don't want your money unless you're happy. So you want to get in, and if you're not happy, let us know. I'm pretty convinced you will be. But I can't do anything about it if you don't get in now and then are unhappy. I've lost I've lost the power there. If Amazon Basics is one of the sellers, you can go in still. That's covered in the course. I wouldn't avoid anything because Amazon Basics is there. But yes, that is good to note. Can you ship direct to Amazon warehouse via Alibaba? Yes, you can. You can go from your supplier straight to Amazon. I'd advise you make sure you do a little bit of a quality check, whether you hire a third-party service or you send a couple of samples to your house first. Don't keep away from Amazon Basics. They can corner some of the market, they can't corner all of it. Definitely in the course, we go into detail on how to avoid the sharks out there and corner your own bit of the market and become a shark yourself. With a barcode, you're assuming? Yes, you get your supplier to pop the barcode on, but Ron, that's all covered. We go step by step, very, very simply in the course to make sure, because that was one of the biggest questions I had. I didn't know how it got to Amazon and it got all barcoded up. So that's all there for you. No, there's no confusion after that at all. Yes, you don't have to be signed up as an Amazon seller yet, Victor. You can simply jump in the course and we actually walk you through how to get signed up as an Amazon seller in that course. You can save specific niches. I don't know if you can save specific niches in the Chrome extension or not, but it's very easy to maybe just pop them into a note, or you can just copy the URL. Actually, it's probably the best way, and pop them into a note, Jeremy. And you can just click on it and then open the browser extension and you'll get all the details. So once again, this is your last chance, guys. Jump on to this deal. Don't miss out on it. This is the best price that we could possibly do. If for some reason you don't have the money right now, I totally understand. Come follow us on YouTube. Remember, we're Decoded on YouTube, and we'll get you some help there as well. So thank you so much from all the way around the world, from Canada to Mexico to Spain. I really appreciate you being here. I thank you for your kind words, and I hope you got a lot out of this. I will be in touch. You will hear my voice and see me inside of the training as soon as we get you access to that. Congratulations to everybody who's invested in themselves, and looking forward to seeing all the success. So thank you so much, guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Have a good day wherever you are.
This was an amazing live event, and right now you can get your complete toolset for Amazon sellers. It comes with AMC Scout's own course on how to find a profitable product and sell it on Amazon. Grab this bundle for only a fraction of these tools' original cost. Click the link in the description to take advantage of this special offer.